Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to learn about JDBC, which stands for Java Database Connectivity. So without any delay, let's begin the video. First, what is JDBC? JDBC is a Java technology that allows Java application to communicate with database such as MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server and many others. Using JDBC, we can connect Java application to a database, insert record into a database, retrieve data from a database, means read data from the database, update existing record, and delete records. In simple words, JDBC acts as a bridge between a Java program and a database. How does JDBC work? The JDBC process is very simple. Java application sends a request. JDBC driver receives that request. The driver communicates with the database. The database processes the request and sends back the result. Then JDBC returns the result to the Java application. Since Java cannot directly understand database commands, we use a JDBC driver to establish the connection. Next question. Why do we need a JDBC driver? Every database has its own driver. For example, MySQL uses MySQL connector J. Oracle uses Oracle JDBC driver. PostgreSQL uses PostgreSQL JDBC driver. Without the appropriate driver, Java cannot connect to the database. Now let's download the MySQL JDBC driver and configure it in Eclipse. Step 1. Download MySQL connector J. First, open your Chrome browser. In the search bar, type MySQL connector J and press enter. Open the first official MySQL website link. On this page, select your operating system. I will choose Platform Independent because it works on any operating system. Now you will see two download options. Option 1. This format is commonly used in Linux and Unix operating systems. Option 2. This format is easier to use on Windows because it can be extracted directly using the built-in Windows extractor. That's why I am selecting the zip archive option. Click on download. On the next page, you may see a sign in prompt. Simply click on no thanks, just start my download. The download will begin automatically. Step 2. Extract the connector file. Once the zip file has been downloaded, open your D drive, create a new folder and name it MySQL connector file. Open the folder and paste the download zip file inside it. Now right click on the zip file and select Extract All. Wait for the extraction process. Now open the extracted folder. Inside, you will find the JDBC driver file, which ends with the .jar extension. We will use this file inside our Java program. Step 3. Create a Java project in Eclipse. Now minimize this window and open Eclipse IDE. If you have not installed Eclipse yet, don't worry. I have already created a complete Eclipse installation tutorial and I will provide the link in my description below. Inside Eclipse, right click in the Package Explorer, hover over New, click Project. Select Java Project, then click Next. Now enter the project name. I will use CRUD_demo. Next, select Use an Execution Environment JRE. I am using JDK21. In your case, you can choose whichever latest JDK version is installed on your system. Generally, it is recommended to use the latest stable version because it provides improved performance, better security, and access to new Java features. Now click on Finish. Perfect. Our project has been created successfully. Step 4. Add JDBC driver to the project. Now expand your project. Inside the SRC folder, create a new folder named LIB. The word LIB stands for library. This folder is commonly used to store external jar files required by the project. Now copy the MySQL connector jar file and paste it inside the LIB folder. At this point, the file is present in the project, but Eclipse is not using it yet. So we need to add it to the project's build path. To do that, Right click on the project, select the properties, click Java build path, open the libraries tab, select class path. Now click on add jars. Navigate to your project, expand the lib folder, select the MySQL connector jar file, click OK. Now click apply and close. Great. You can now see a new folder called referenced libraries, and inside it the MySQL connector jar file is displayed. This confirms that the JDBC driver has been successfully added to our project. Step 5. Create a package and a class. Now let's start writing JDBC code. Inside the src folder, right click, select new package. Package name P1. Click finish. Now right click on the package, select new, class, class name A. Click finish. Our Java class is now ready. Step 6. Writing our first JDBC program. Now it's time to write our first JDBC program. Before writing the code, make sure that MySQL server is running. The database has already been created. The table is available inside the database. For this demonstration, I have already created a database named PSA. Inside that database, I have created an employee table. The SQL code is shown on the screen. First, I created employee table with 3 columns: name, age, email. After creating the table, I inserted one sample code. Finally, I used the select statement to verify that the data was inserted successfully. If you have not installed MySQL yet, don't worry. I have already created a complete MySQL installation tutorial, and I will provide the link in my description below. You can watch it. Now let's move back to the Eclipse and start writing JDBC code. So I have already created a class named A. Now let's understand the code step by step. First, I import the required JDBC packages. These packages provides classes and interfaces required to connect Java with MySQL. Now inside the main method, I write a try-catch block. The reason for using a try-catch block that database operation may throw exception and we want to handle them properly. Step 1. Create database connection. Now I write connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection JDBC MySQL /127.0.0.1 PSA root Farhan 14. Let's understand this line carefully. Here, driver manager is responsible for establishing the connection. Inside get connection, JDBC tells Java that we are connecting to MySQL database. 127.0.0.1 represent localhost, meaning the database is running on our own computer. 3306 is default MySQL port number. PSA is the database name. Root is the MySQL username. Farhan@14 is MySQL password. If all the details are correct, the connection will be established successfully. To verify the connection, I print the connection object system.out.println con. If the connection is successful, Eclipse will display connection details in the console. Step 2. Create a statement object. Now we create a statement object. Statement stm is equal to con.createStatement. The statement object is used to execute SQL queries from Java. Step 3. Execute insert query. Now I write stm.executeUpdate. Inside bracket, insert into employees values. First name Farhan, age 45, email farhan@gmail.com. The execute update method is used whenever we perform insert, update and delete operations. When this line executes successfully, a new record will be inserted into the employee table. Step 4. Close database connection. Finally, we close the connection con.close. Closing the connection is very important because it releases database resources and improve application performance. Now let's run the program. After running successfully, Let's open MySQL Workbench and execute select star from employee. Here you can see new record has been inserted into the table. Congratulations, you have successfully performed your first JDBC create operation. Now let's update an existing employee record. For example, I want to update the age of Farhan. For that, we don't need to change the whole code. Under the stm.execute update bracket, write this line: update employee set age is equal to 30, where name is equal to Farhan. Here, update employee specify the table set age is equal to 30, assign a new value, where name is equal to Farhan. Identify which record should be updated. The execute update method returns the number of affected rows. Now run the program. Open your MySQL Workbench and execute the select query again. You can see the age has been updated successfully. This is the update operation of CRUD. Now let's see how to delete a record. Here again, no need to change the whole code. Just write this inside stm.execute update. Delete from employee, where name is equal to Farhan. This query removes the employee whose name is Farhan. Now go to MySQL Workbench and execute the select query. You will notice that the selected record has been removed from the table. This is the delete operation of CRUD. Now let's see how to retrieve records from the database. In CRUD, retrieving data is known as read operation. For reading records, we use SQL select statement. Now here, instead of using execute update, we use execute query because we are retrieving data. Result set result is equal to stm.execute query. Inside bracket, select star from employee. Let's understand this line. Select star from employee fetches all records from the employee table. Execute query executes the select statement. The returned data is stored inside the result set object named result. You can think of result set as a temporary table that holds all the records written by the database. Now we use while loop to read each records one by one. While result.next under curly braces system.out.println result.getString 1 like that 2 and 3. Let's understand this carefully. The method result.next moves the cursor to the next row of the result set. As long as rows are available, the loop continue executing. Inside the loop, result.getString1 retrieve all the values of first column, which is the employee name. Result.getString2 retrieves all the values of the second column, which is the employee age. Even though age is stored as an integer in the database, Java automatically converts it to a string here because we are using getString method. Result.getString3 retrieve all the values of the third column, which is employee email address. Now let's run the program. In the console, you can see all employee records being displayed one by one. This confirms that our select query has successfully fetched the data from the database. And that's how we perform a read operation using JDBC. So in this video, we learn all 4 CRUD operations using JDBC: create using insert, read using select, update using update, delete using delete. In the next video, we will make this project even more practical. Instead of hard coding values directly inside the Java code, we will use the scanner class to take input from the user at runtime. This will allow users to enter names, age, and email dynamically, making our CRUD application much more interactive and useful. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss the upcoming Java and JDBC tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.